Bismillah. Welcome back to Tiny Hearts, Big Faith, Bedtime Stories. Snuggle in, close your eyes, and let's begin tonight's stories. Surah At-Takathur. Sumaya once spent an entire afternoon comparing toys with her cousin. Whose was prettier? Whose was newer? Whose had more colors? By dinner time, she was tired and strangely unhappy. That night, her father told her about the surah, which warns us about becoming so busy counting more and more that we forget what truly matters. Sumaya stared at the glow in the dark stars above her bed. None of them were competing. They were simply shining where Allah placed them. She began to understand. Chasing more can make a person miss the goodness already in front of her. A heart that is always measuring and comparing does not rest. So she made a quiet list in her mind. Her family, her health, her Quran class, the sound of rain, the taste of dates. Those felt bigger than toys and little things that don't last. When she turned onto her side, the wanting in her heart softened. She did not need the most to sleep peacefully. That night, Sumaya learned that contentment is one of Allah's sweetest gifts. Surah Al-Qari'ah. The thunder that evening was so loud that Amani jumped and nearly dropped her cup of milk. That was enormous, she gasped. At bedtime, Mama said, there will be a day far greater than any thunderstorm. Then she spoke about Surah Al-Qari'ah, the great striking event, the day when everything will shake and people will stand before Allah. On that day, deeds will be weighed, and what we chose in this life will matter more than anything else. Amani listened with wide eyes, but Mama's voice stayed gentle. The lesson is not to be frightened without hope. The lesson is to live well now. Amani thought about her deeds like pebbles dropped into a basket. A kind word, a truthful answer, sharing, praying, obeying Allah. Every good deed mattered. The storm outside had already passed, leaving the air fresh and cool. Amani felt a calm seriousness settle into her heart. When she closed her eyes, she asked Allah to make her scales heavy with goodness one day. Then she drifted off, wanting tomorrow to be full of deeds that shine. Surah Al-Adiyat. Fahim loved hearing Baba describe racing horses, their hooves striking the earth in the early morning, their breath strong and quick as they ran with loyalty and purpose. One night, after telling him about these magnificent horses, Baba explained Surah Al-Adiyat. Allah mentions powerful horses that charge forward, yet people still forget the one who gave them strength, speed, and everything else. Fahim found that surprising. How could anyone witness strength and not remember Allah? Then he thought of his own day. He had eaten breakfast, played, learned, laughed, and rested, all without once pausing to say, Alhamdulillah, until bedtime. Maybe forgetting did not always look rude. Sometimes it simply looked busy. So Fahim decided that tomorrow he would remember Allah in the middle of ordinary things, not only at the end of them, before eating, after playing, when seeing something beautiful. The image of running horses stayed with him as he grew sleepy, strong creatures rushing forward, reminding hearts not to rush past their Lord. That night, Fahim fell asleep, wanting a heart that remembers Allah while life is still galloping by. Surah Az-Zalzala. Aliyah once carried a crumbly biscuit outside and accidentally dropped little pieces all across the garden path. It is only tiny crumbs, she said, brushing off her hands. But that evening, Grandpa told her about Surah Az-Zalzala, where Allah teaches that even the smallest deed, good or bad, will be seen. Nothing is too tiny for Allah's knowledge. Aliyah grew thoughtful. Tiny did not mean unimportant. A pebble can start a ripple in water. A whisper can comfort someone. A frown can hurt. She remembered holding the door for her neighbor that morning and felt glad. She also remembered ignoring her brother when he asked for help and wished she had done better. The surah made the world feel detailed and meaningful. Every small thing counted because Allah sees completely. Before sleeping, Aliyah made a simple plan. Tomorrow, she would look for small good deeds on purpose: a tidy shoe rack, a shared snack, a cheerful smile. As she drifted into sleep, she smiled at the thought that little acts of goodness are never lost with Allah.